Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode from the PixelCraft server. And last episode, as you can see right here, we built these honey farms, honey blocks, honeycomb blocks. Still producing all of the above. Working like champs, making all the stuff. This one's still turned off, I believe. Yeah, it's still turned off. Doing all that. Today we're going to be building. A honey shop. So let's do that. Okay, so I think it's time we go ahead and jump into super fast build mode to steal from Scar. Good times with Scar. And build a honey shop. Let's go. Interrupting this time lapse to say maybe consider subscribing. It would help. I'd like that a lot. Please subscribe. Okay, back to the time lapse. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. And the shop's built. Well, the exterior. We're going to save the interior for next episode, I think. But it's built, and might as well show you what we have so far. I'm really proud of it, I think. But here's the first floor. Yeah, I have to do quite a bit of work, but here it is. Got quite a bit of room. It's pretty good. I mean, like, honestly, I am pretty proud of this. So, like, all the honey and the honeycomb, I think is going to turn out fine. And then if you notice all the particle effects, it's because of the new firefly bushes. And I have a bunch hidden underground, like right here. And I have them all spread out everywhere, all around the place, all around the tree. And then if you notice, this is supposed to be a honeycomb. And then let's fly over here. And then over... Sorry. Let me get up here instead. This is a better angle. Okay. This will have to do. This is a good enough look. Okay, so if you look there, that's supposed to represent like a honeycomb, or the honeycomb. And then those are supposed to represent candles, like a Minecraft candle. That is a honey block. And then that is a honey bottle, obviously. Although it kind of looks like a fire res potion, but it's a honey bottle, I promise. And I missed. Of course I did. Wonderful. Anyways, let's get up here. There's a second floor. There's actually room for 3 floors, I think. Maybe? Nah, just 3. But, yeah, here's the... Well, maybe there's room for 4. But, yeah, there's that floor. And here's the back. It's pretty similar to the front. I just changed the windows just a bit. There's not a whole lot of difference. And then here's the side. The tree right here, this tree, needs a little bit of work. I am going to fix it a bit. It needs some branch work. It's my first tree, so cut me some slack. Gotta sleep. There, all better. Anyways, back onto the build. So this design isn't mine, but I did add some stuff. Also, I might sell resin in this build. But yeah, also there's this little secret entrance thingy-majig that I added right here. Yeah, and I need to remove all this dirt when I do the interior. I used it for like scaffolding, basically. Remove it. But I'm just gonna put it back right now, because ain't no reason to remove it until I do the interior. But yeah, I like the build. I mean, it came out nice, and like honey's coming out of the building, and then this resin kind of looks like the honey's sticking to the sides. I think it turned out nice. You know, the honey's sort of acting like it's spilling out of the tree. This little thing I'm not too happy with. It looks weird. Like, I like the honey on the tree, but then this little barrel pot thing looks funny, but I don't care. It's in the back. No one cares about the back. So, but the back of the honeycomb is the exact same as the front, just on the back. Like I said, no one cares about the back. The build still needs work. I'm gonna add like roots and hanging stuff, and maybe some glow lichen. But I don't know. Let me check my design and think on stuff. Okay, so I checked my design in the my creative testing world, and I had a cute little bee, like a pixel art bee. Well, not a pixel art, because those things are flat, but like a little 3D bee, like a Minecraft bee, sitting on that fireplace where'd it go? There it is. Sitting on that fireplace, smokestack, not fireplace, down here, facing this way, and I kind of used it as a storage room to store, or my idea was a storage room to store extra supplies for the honey. Don't tell the people on the server. Should I build that? Is that too cutesy for the build? I don't know. I don't know if I should build that. But anyways, here's the leftover stuff that I have from building this entire build. If you remember, if you go back to last episode, go ahead and watch it if you want. Rewatch it. But here's the leftovers. Here's like everything I went through. So if you want to like take a quick glance and see everything I went through. This tree didn't actually take as much as I thought. Still need to work on the tree. There's still a bunch of branches right there that's missing. So there will be more oak missing eventually. But this pale oak, if you remember, it was full. It was completely full. Like all this was full, all of it, and now it's almost gone. And it's probably going to be empty by the time I decorate. But yeah, I didn't use a whole lot of honey. I used some for the roof, for the honeycomb, the other roofs, and that's the white, the pale oak. And I used the honeycomb for the same thing, the honeycomb, the roofs, blah blah blah. And then deep slate, I honestly thought I was going to use a whole lot more deep slate than I did. And then random crap, just junk. And I bought way more pumpkins than I thought I would need. And I brought a whole bunch of other junk and more junk than I thought I would need. But yeah, I used a ton more pale oak than I thought. I thought I was only going to go through 9, 10, 12 stacks of pale oak. No. But I missed. That sucks. Anyways, I don't know if I should build this. Maybe. Should I build that? I don't know if I should build that. It feels kind of. When in the creative world, it didn't feel that cutesy compared to the sort of whimsical fantasy build that's on the server. This one feels a little more serious. And I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of torn. Because everything else around me kind of seems a whole lot more serious. I'm playing a video game. I don't know what to do. I'm playing a video game and I'm worried. Screw it, let's do it, I always say. I built it anyways. I also moved the shulker boxes. They're over here now. Yeah, so I built it. And I don't care. One of my favorite things to say is, screw it, let's do it. I don't care. I don't know what I was getting my panties in a bunch, as older people like to say. So yeah, I'm storing I brought over all the honeycomb and candles and honey blocks, even the leaf litter. We're going to be selling leaf litter, and the new firefly bushes. And this is going to be the storage box. Woohoo! I'm going to store them on the front and back walls, probably. Or just keep them in the barrel, probably. But yeah, I built it. I don't know. I honestly don't know why I was worrying. And I built an automatic door. It senses when you walk up to it, and it just opens. Da 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 da. Isn't that magical? Okay, so let's go back here and get like a full experience. Bam! Wow, that was perfectly timed. That's cool. And yeah, interior is going to be next episode. But isn't that awesome? That's so cool. I did it first try too. I mean, the wool placement wasn't first try. Wasn't. But if we just go down here, I'll show you. Here's the redstone. I'm sure someone smarter than me can do it a whole lot smarter than me. But we got redstone torches into the doors, and then repowering the switches into the alternator with a defibrillator, and then we have the lectern on the right thingy, so it only detects walking, and it's from the comparator. The comparator reads it into a calibrated skulk sensor into a repeater with a delay because of reasons that I don't remember, into pulse extender, and then it does all that stuff into the doors so they stay open a little bit longer, and then the wool so that way people inside the shop don't set it off, so when you're in here it doesn't just keep opening the doors. And then pressure plate inside so you can just walk out. Boom bam, baby. Automatic doors. Like Darth Vader. Does anybody else do that at stores? Do you just like walk up and wave your hand like Darth Vader? Luke, I am your father. No? Okay, just me. Anyways, B. Building. B. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. And I don't think that the B takes away from the whimsical fashion or whatever of the building. I think it kind of adds to it, in my opinion. I think it looks fine. Look great. Let's go over here and take a gander. Okay, it's a little far away, but you get the picture. I think it looks good. Let's get up here. See if that's a little bit nicer. And I missed. What about here? That's a little better. About down here? Yeah. I think that's good. Credit to the original person. I'll put up a picture here. I only had the one picture from Grayson on Instagram. And I had to design the rest myself. So, not full credit. He only gets like partial credit. Like the tree, that's me. Still needs work. I did do a whole lot more. As you can see, there's more branches. You know, there's more branch there. But yeah, I'm still trying to decide what leaves, like azalea, because you know azalea leaves are being used throughout the shopping district, like right here. So let me know what you guys think the tree should have. Like no leaves, azalea leaves, cherry. I don't know about cherry. Maybe mangrove. I don't know. I don't think jungle, but you know, there's dark oak, birch, oak, pale oak might look good. Might go with the rest of the pale oak vibe. You know, this vibe, pale oak. Go with the wood. But let me know in the comments what you guys think the leaves should be made out of, or leave it blank. I don't know, whatever. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode of PixelCraft. Leave a comment if you want to leave, or if you want to see any more episodes, or what you want to see. Leave a like if you liked the episode, whatever. Dislike if you disliked it. Comment what you want to see more. I'm butchering this outro. And don't forget to subscribe. Or unsubscribe. I don't know. Whatever you do, you. And have fun. Drink your milk. Ow. And I will see you in the next episode of PixelCraft. as I fly away into the fog. Bye.